Hey guys, welcome back to Heiko Shaves. I need to leave the house pretty soon and I don't look like it, so I'm a little scruffy and I figured we're gonna get a first shave out of the way. I have a new addition to my collection. I bought this used on eBay. It's a original Merkur Futur. So this is not a Chinese clone that are so plentiful and really inexpensive. The way you can tell is when you take the top cap off, it actually says Merkur and Solingen, Germany on there. Somewhere here, Solingen, Germany, and up there is Merkur. Overall, dimensionally, very much the same. Let me grab the clone real quick. I have one drawer full of Chinesium. So here is this is the clone. You can see the bead blasted kind of looking finish, this matte finish, and the Merkur Futur. This is a fully chromed version. I could have gotten one that looks just like this one, but it makes it a little easier in videos to differentiate. Really, dimensions are identical. Maybe the handle on the clone is a little thinner, but weight-wise, there is a huge difference. So the clone here weighs 85 grams, and the original made by Merkur weighs 127. So it's 42 grams difference. So the chrome colored one here is much heavier. So, and I figured let's do just a simple shave. One of my favorite soaps here is this one by Taylor of Old Bond Street. Love it. The scent is great. Oops. Love it, love it, love it. And then we're just going to grab one of the many, many aftershaves that we have sitting around here. Let's do Mountain Man. Or no. I take that back. I have this fine Barber Blue. Let's use that. I know it doesn't really match even the scent description. So the German Street collection by Taylor of Old Bond Street. It's just one of those really clean barbershop scents. Nothing too overpowering. And then the fine is a little bit more powdery. But I think it's going to go well together. And I do have a Merkur blade hanging here somewhere. Used once. No, I don't. I'll take that back. What is this here? As you noticed, I have started to reuse blades even in videos. Because if I use a new blade every single time, it's so wasteful. And then I have like stacks of blades sitting here that have only been used once. I think the Mühle blade that we used the other day is pretty good. And I've only used it once. We're going to slap that in here. This is going to be a first shave. So you guys already know from the potato peeler, the clone, the top just gets held in by little spring bars or spring steel bars in here. Has those pins that have a little shoulder on it. And when you push it in, it snaps in place. And there's a lot more tension than on the clone here. Now the clone is really not bad in comparison, to be honest. So pulling this off, snaps in place, stays on there. This is not going to come off by itself. But yeah, I got to say the $8 or $9 clone, I think I bought it off of Temu, actually, instead of AliExpress. But you can get them all over the internet. It's really not bad comparatively. But we're not going to do a comparison today. We're just going to shave with my new one here, the Merkur. So here's a Mühle blade. At least they come out of the same country, right? Both from Germany. Blade fits perfectly. There is no orientation that you have to pay attention to. You can put it on either way. It doesn't matter. And let's start at, it goes down to about 0.5, 1 through 6. It goes down a little further than 1. Let's start at 1. Doesn't matter. Let's grab my Trafalgar T1 and then my little spoon and get a little scoop out of this container here. Scoop, scoop. You know, like I said, we're not going to save on soap no more. We're just going to use it and enjoy it. All right, there we go. Into my new favorite little bowl here. Amazon, really inexpensive. Best part, it's made in the US out of a unbreakable polymer that kind of resembles white porcelain. And here's some wet bristles on my Trafalgar. Let's lather this up real quick. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. And the scent is great too. Okay, let this sit for a second. And let's get some, let's do some Proraso white pre-shave. You know, if you have choices like I have, you can always just choose whatever you want to use today. The white one, the Proraso white sensitive pre-shave is a little creamier than the green for whatever reason. But it's nice, easy to spread. Yeah. Rub it into your bristles, into your stubbles. At least 2 days of growth here. So the Merkur has its work cut out for itself. And then I always like to clean up as I go. Since we just used the spoon and not went into this container, we can put it away right away. We don't have to let it dry off. Okay, here we go. And now we can lather up right away. This already looks really good. The Simpson bristles, what do they call it? They call it the Sovereign Synthetic Fiber. Really densely packed, those knots. They have good backbone for lathering, but then the tips are really smooth and soft. So you can really lather with this thing without having this typical badger prickliness. Look at that. Works very well. We have so much lather here in the bowl now. I can lather with this 3 more times, 4 more times. And this is just a shave to look presentable in public, you know. We don't have to go crazy here this morning. All right, let's get the razor wet. So those, you know, very complicated design adjustable razors, they have a lot of hollow space. There's a lot of water going in there. So when you get it wet, you definitely want to shake that out, or else you're just going to get water all over yourself. So we're set at a number 1. We have a once used Müller blade in there, and now we're going to just go for it. Easy. Easy, feels good. Easy to find the angle. A lot of people say that this razor is like overly aggressive. I cannot confirm that. This is at setting 1. It's one of the milder adjustables, but it's not too mild. It is shaving. That's what it's supposed to do. But you can feel the blade. The Müller blades are sharp. So even after using it once, there is no sign of any kind of tugging. You can hear it. Setting 1 is very sufficient. It's doing a great job taking things off of my face. So of course we could now, you know, just for experimentation purposes, go to, let's go to a number 3. That's kind of halfway. And finish up the first pass with a number 3. Yeah, more blade, of course. Yeah, very drippy. There's a lot of water dripping out of everything here. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Let's go back. Here, let's clean this up a little bit in hot water. Get all the gunk out of there. Let's close it up all the way. I want to see if this is a positive or a negative exposure. So you guys remember, I've said that multiple times before. So from the top to your closed comb or your open comb, if you create a straight line, and if the blade edge protrudes past that line, it's a positive exposure. And this is a positive exposure razor for sure. So the cutting edge protrudes past this imaginary straight line. positive exposure. So it will be more aggressive, more efficient even than a negative exposure razor. And some of those adjustables that we have come across over the last year, negative exposure, they are so mild at setting 1 that they won't shave, that you have no shaving action going on. You immediately have to go from setting 1 to 2 or 3 to actually get some shaving action going. Love this scent, love this scent. And the soap is really slick and cushion and all the stuff that you want out of a soap. Total winter storm here today. It's almost blizzard conditions outside. I just came home from night shift. And man, we had 18 inches of fresh snow at work. And we had to dig our cars out of the snow drifts. Because usually when it snows here, it's also really windy. So it's, 18 inches in some spots and 6 feet in other spots. All right. Yeah, the soap, Taylor of Old Bond Street is one of those really traditional soap makers. They got it down. The soap is very mild on the skin and the scents are all really great. So far, I've only had one of those and it was donated to the channel. But I'm definitely planning on giving a few more of those Taylor of Old Bond Street products a try. All right, just for experimentation purposes, I cranked it up all the way to 6. We already know it's a positive exposure blade or positive exposure razor, and the blade is already sticking out. And now I have opened up the blade gap to the maximum. So when you turn the adjuster, you're pretty much just raising or lowering the close comb, right? So on top of positive exposure, we have maximum blade gap, and we're just going to give it a gentle try, okay? Very low pressure. You can shave at a 6. You just can't treat it like a cartridge razor. You can't push. But before I get the bleeders in my face, I'm just going to go back down to like a 3. Okay? All right, you guys saw it's possible. At a 6, it's almost like shaving with a straight edge because you really only just touch the blade to your skin. And the close comb isn't really doing much. One of the downsides of this razor, because of its big head here, you can see how much space is between this end and the actual cutting edge of the blade. So if you try to go under your nose, you're pretty far away. So you have to, work your way in there. So it has a lot of material here left and right. That's kind of a downside. But overall, just the feel, the blade feel. Oh, we have a little weeper right there from when we shaved with number 6. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So this is setting 3. I will shave against the grain down here, but not at setting 3. I think I'm going to go down to a number 1. And that's kind of the nice thing about an adjustable, that you can change things on the fly. And you don't have to, take it apart like a Rockwell 6S. I think I remember I told you guys that we're going to do a shave with a vintage razor that I won at a Stubble Meets Steel giveaway. But then the Merkur came in And we just had the potato peeler Merkur clone shave video, and you guys were asking me to compare it to the real deal, and we will be doing that, but I always gotta get a first shave in, so I have a first impression of a razor, and that's what this is here. All right, that's great. The soap is just great. Taylor of Old Bond Street. All right, let's do setting 1. I really like this razor. You know, there's so many people out there that don't like it. I mean, the handle is rather slick. There is no texture to it whatsoever. Someone told me you could just wrap a rubber band around it. Good idea. Very good idea. Doesn't look pretty, but it definitely helps. But there's this indentation, and it's perfectly sufficient. Oh, let's do against the grain, not across. Yeah. Setting number 1. This adjustable shaves at setting 1 without being either too mild or too aggressive. I think it's just right at setting 1. If you can live with the weight, and I feel like the handle is a little, you know, that's where actually right where I'm holding it, it seems like the head is a little heavier. But if you like the heavier razors, and you don't mind the bulky head design, I think you would be really happy with this one. Especially the chromed surface is very slick. Oh, let's do against the grain. This here is really the most difficult section of my face, and I think I just nicked myself. Yeah, a little bit, maybe. No big deal, no big deal. Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, positive exposure, so it will be a little bit more aggressive than some other razors. And I think I nicked myself here and here a little bit, and here from trying out setting number 6. Yeah, you see it right there. In here and here. Yeah, I haven't nicked myself in a while, so it's definitely speaking to aggression, efficiency. Let's do a little bit pickup. I missed a couple. But nothing scary, nothing crazy. If you stick to the lower settings, you combine this thing with a good blade and a good soap, you will be really happy with this thing. All right, let me rinse off. Very good, very good. It is more aggressive than other adjustables that we have tried. Like, for example, my Parker variant open comb here. This thing is one of those razors that you can use 6 a.m. on autopilot in the morning without paying attention. It's mild but efficient. This one is a little bit more grit to it, a little bit more grippiness. Due to the positive blade exposure. But it's not as bad as some people try to make it look. I actually like it. And it's kind of special, you know, it's made in Germany, in Solingen. No fancy materials. This is brass plus some cast material here, but nicely chromed. Fit and finish is good. It fits together. The adjustment is really easy. I mean, there's always a chance that while you're shaving, you could turn this handle accidentally, but I don't see that happening. There's enough friction and you're not pushing and twisting and turning on your face. So I think that's fine. And even the slickness of the handle, due to missing knurling, it's really not going anywhere. It stays right there. There's just enough of a hump right here that it doesn't slip. I like it. It's a good razor. I'm gonna keep it. But yeah, if you really want ultimately a milder adjustable, this is probably not it. It's a little bit on the, you know, I would say at setting 1, it's probably a 2 on my 1 to 5 scale. So it starts out a little bit more aggressive than some other razors. And then at setting 6, since we're almost to the point where you have so much blade exposure and so large of a blade gap that it becomes a straight razor pretty much, I would say this is probably at setting 6 on my rating scale, it's a 5. All right, let's put on some fine Barber Blue aftershave to close up those little weepers. Woo! Yeah, a little bit of some burning, you know, but that was to be expected. Let's give it another puddle. Woo! Yeah, that's a good one. Let's put that right away back there. And then to soothe and to revitalize, let's do the Soothing Post-Shave Balm by Nivea, as the English speakers would say, and Nivea, as the Germans would say. Let's get a good puddle of that too, yeah. Oh yeah, nice cooling effect. There's no alcohol in it. This stuff has been around for like decades too. Yeah, here you see my dry skin areas. They immediately light up bright red when I put any kind of alcohol-based aftershave on my face. But man, we got a good shave out of this with a couple little nicks. Not too worried about it. I mean, we're always experimenting, right? In a normal shaving situation, I would probably set it to number 1 and forget it and just go and do 3 passes and we wouldn't have any issues. If I have to crank it up to 6 and then get one little nick out of it, that's just, you know, that's just me. That's my adventurous streak, I guess. But for you guys, I need to try those things out. And I have now enough confidence where I am willing to crank the razors up to maximum just to see what happens. Alrighty, guys, we tried my new to me chrome polished Merkur Futur. I like it. As you guys can see, as you guys can tell, looks just like the $8 razor from Temu or AliExpress or wherever you would buy it. There's Q-Shave branded. There's some non-branded versions of this. We will do a comparison. You guys have been asking for this and find out how they compare, how they stack up against each other. And probably setting 1 and then setting 3. At setting 6, I don't really need to compare, you know. We'll do that in a future video sometime. Alrighty, guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get something out of it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, welcome to Heiko Shaves, and please subscribe for more. And I've already mentioned it, as we just went over 1,000 subscribers. Makes me really happy. I ordered a few items for us, and there's going to be a giveaway in the near future. So stay tuned, pay attention, and participate in the giveaway. That's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, depending on when I get the giveaway items to my house. Alrighty, guys, that's it. See you in the next one. Bye.